Imagine your engine is trying to run a marathon, but someone is pinching the straw it is breathing through. That is essentially what is happening to cylinder number 7 when you see a P02P2 code. This code translates to cylinder 7 fuel trim at max limit, and it is a serious cry for help from your engine. It means the computer has detected that cylinder 7 is running dangerously lean, meaning there is too much air and not enough fuel. The computer is trying to save the engine by dumping as much extra fuel as it is allowed to, hitting the maximum limit of its correction ability, which is usually around 25% positive fuel trim. If you ignore this, you could burn a valve or melt a piston because lean engines run incredibly hot. Start your diagnosis by listening. Open the hood and listen for a hissing sound near the intake manifold, specifically around cylinder 7. A vacuum leak is the #1 suspect here. If you hear hissing, you might have a cracked hose or a bad intake gasket sucking in unmeasured air. If it is quiet, move to the fuel injector. Take a long screwdriver or a mechanic's stethoscope and put the tip on the injector for cylinder 7 while the engine runs. You should hear a steady rhythmic clicking. If it is silent, the injector might be dead or jammed shut. You also need to verify the electrical side. Unplug the injector and use a tool called a noid lamp to see if the computer is actually sending the signal to fire. If the light flashes, the wiring is good. If not, you are chasing an electrical gremlin back to the fuses or the PCM. Another trick is to swap the injector from cylinder 7 with cylinder 1. Clear the codes and drive. If the code moves to cylinder 1, you know for a fact the injector is trash. Do not just throw parts at this. Verify fuel pressure and make sure your fuel pump is not dying, although a bad pump usually affects all cylinders, not just one.